Hello, 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 and welcome back to Christy Planning It Out. I'm Christy, and we are going to do some planning. I have my Hobonichi Cousin Avec. We are down to week 51, and so that is sometimes hard to believe that this year is getting ready to come to a close. Okay, so we're planning for the week of December 15th through the 21st. And I'm going to use some recently bought stickers that I purchased. I have a sheet from Perky's Paperie with a gingerbread, and then I have two sheets of deco from Bellissi Casa Gifts uh, Etsy.com. So last week I did a simple red and green, and then it all went to shams when I didn't have a red pen. But it turned out pretty good. It filled in where it needed to. It's been a kind of chaotic um, week time for my family, so we're just going to keep pushing. And okay, so covering up that line where I did the white out. Honestly, I don't make sure if you I whited this out. I don't know how the camera um, went out of focus there. So I'm gonna put this over here. There's some slight variation, but gingerbreads and gingerbread cookies over here. And we're going to use our day of the week stickers. Um, let's see, how would this work out? So I have these rolls of dates, and I found this on Amazon, and I'm not necessarily in love with the font, but it'll do when you need it to do. So it came with days a week and months and things like that and checklist. So I'm going to look at these two here. And they're about the same. And these might have to be cut down to make a little difference. I don't know if I like this font. I'm not in love with the font, actually. So that's going to require me to find some other days of the week. I don't know. Let's see. It's kind of bulky and it doesn't really go with that soft theme. So I know what I'm going to do. Hold. Okay, so we did some shop your stash, and I have some stickers from Hop Sticker Co. These have come in clutch for me several times because I am okay with the softness of the font and the numbers. So we're going to use um, these days a week, and we're going to put them right underneath this banner to get this taken care of. Monday, right underneath that washi. And Tuesday, we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so let's see what I've been doing. I haven't had a plan with me out in a long time. So, quick just updates. We did move and relocate. We're in Texas now. And so that has been a journey, and I'm so happy we made it and we accomplished the goal that we set out. Now it's just a matter of getting everything uh, set up for new residents and working out those details while dealing with some family matters. So it's been it's been something. Let's put it like that. But I'm grateful that I'm alive and the holidays are fast approaching. I hear everybody talking about Christmas lists and gifts and stuff. And honestly, I'm not there. I don't know. I know it's a certain amount of level of grief, and then it's probably just with all the stuff that's going on. I'm going to cook and do things love out of love, like cooking and making desserts, because it's what my children and grandchildren love. But far as doing a lot of extension and extending ourselves is it's just I don't have it in me to do a lot of shopping. I think I'll get the grandbabies a gift, maybe give out some gift cards, and that's pretty much it. I can't I understand. I didn't know when I was younger how like my grandparents. I would look at my grandparents and it was just a day. They were happy to see us every holiday. Well, we saw them all the time, but they especially happy to see us on those specific holidays. And it's just like I get it now. At the big age I am right now, I get it. So what I'm doing is making up some mistakes that I made here in this winter, and my days I can adjust this to not be so consequential to my plans for this week. So I'm going to put some deco stickers, but I want to make sure the deco stickers are seen clearly and not um, the ink that's behind it. So somehow I must have picked up one of my fountain pens and it was a juicy nib and wrote over here, and now I have all this. So are we going to lose Monday? Mm, I'll write a little blurb up there, but it's going to be heavy decorating. Let me put something over here on this calendar, start on this sidebar. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this around. Totally understand my grandparents at this point and being tired and my mom even when we had when our kids were younger, and it's just like it was another day. She made sure she got the grandkids gifts and whatever, and it was just another day. But life is life. And I hope to get into more spirits about so, but I know the real reason behind Christmas. So just being grateful to see another year come to the end is is a lot for me, and grateful. So I like this gingerbread village, but there's a smaller version over here, so I'm gonna use this one. And let's see, I'm gonna get that off there. We're going to put that up here to go over the space that was right there. And I'm going to add some additional stickers along this side. I think I'm going to go this route with the gingerbread, the bag of gingerbread cookies. We need brown. Now I need to see which brown is going to match because, oh, that's a good color. Okay. I'm going to write to do over here or reminders. Let's put, okay. And I don't know if I like that darkness of that brown, but we're gonna make it darker. And we'll use a zig dot to do the side part, to do the lower part. I don't need a whole bunch of spaces, just a couple. Let's see. We'll put a bag down here at the bottom of the corner, and let's work on this because it's bothering me. It's throwing me off. So I'm gonna put a gingerbread, big old gingerbread right here, center that, and we might just go across the page to give balance. I might have to find some brown stickers. And we're gonna do some layering. So it's a flag here, and I can just do that, and then take one of these brown stickers here, just like a sage green, and right there. I'm going to take a sticker that I can write on. I know I can write with ballpoint, and that's probably what I have to end up doing. And let's put the stack of books here. I'm just really coming up with my mistakes and writing with that dark fountain pen, but that's going to work. I'm not too bothered by it. Now, there's some little tiny stickers. I do appreciate Bellissi Casa doing these little shapes, and that is to fill in the extra space in the negative space between the stickers to do that, and we'll just fill it in. It's going to look nice with a brown pen. That's what we're going to have to make sure we keep the brown pen nearby. All right. So, what I was talking about? So the holidays, yeah. So, I know I have a son coming to visit for the holidays that doesn't live here, and then I'm not sure about my other son, and then my daughters are here with us. So, yeah, it's gonna be nice. We just had a lot. It's just a lot going on, and I'm just trying to process it. It was out of our control, and I'm a firm believer that you have to accept what God allows, and that's where I'm at with that. So I'm going across the bottom just to make it cohesive with the large decor, and use another gingerbread house down here at the bottom. And I'll put this over here. Christmas calories don't count at Christmas. That'll work as a statement piece. And we're going to use some of this floral. I don't have any floral. No, I'm not. I'm going to pause with that one. Use this stripe. Yep, there we go. Just put a piece here. And put a piece over here. Try to tie it in. And then now, can't tear this. I'm gonna have to cut it to border. I want to frame my page, so I'm using my larger scissors here, so I can cut bigger strips. Yep, and I have shown my planner lineup. I am going to do a few setups with my planners, and I'll be sure to post that here so that you can see those. And basically, I want to know, what questions do you have? Are you new to planning, or have you been doing this? Is there any stumbling blocks? I'm going to do an episode about planning. I have a planner friend that mentioned the 12-week year, and I've been researching that. And there's a book out there, and I don't know if I'm going to read it or not, so I'm not going to tell that. But it's a lot of videos on YouTube that recap what the 12-week year is, and it's about a heavily, from what I read so far or seen so far, it's about a heavily productive week. 12 weeks, and fitting that same momentum that you have for the end of the year and placing it at the end of every 12 weeks so that you can get a lot accomplished. Now, that is very ambitious, but as far as I can tell, I am I'm in need of having an ambitious schedule for next year, which I've already prepared myself um, to have one. First, one goal that I know I have that I shared in some videos is that I would like to learn Spanish, and that is going to be a year-long beginning to learning Spanish. I took Spanish in high school, but I've been out of school going on 30 years, and so I'm going to, it'll be refresher for some, but it's mostly the importance of its conversational Spanish. I want to do it. I want to keep my brain engaged and keep learning. I've been to school, I've earned several degrees, and I just want to keep learning. So I'm not going back to school, don't need any more debt, but I do intend on to continue learning. So that's really important to me. So I'm going to push myself to learn conversational Spanish. Put that sticker there. And that's a goal. Also, continue monitoring and removing some weight that I picked on after quitting smoking. So I'm going strong with that. It's been 15 months. I have not smoked. I'm very proud of myself on that. And I just didn't want food to be the replacement. But that's really easy to do when you had a habit that curbs your appetite and then you go through grief and major grief. And so I'm just working on staying mentally present for myself, my family, and then self improvement. So yeah, those are some of the goals that I'm working on that I don't mind sharing here. I do have more goals, but I'll keep those to myself or not making them public. But I like how this is looking. It's really festive. I just basically wanted to put something down that makes me look at this page and want to plan. Um, that might be too big, so I'm gonna have to go somewhere else with that. Let me put those over there. Um, let me find something smaller. This bow might work. So let me put this bow right here. Yeah, it's not gonna do too much to that Sunday. Okay, now I'm gonna pause and then write in some things I need to write in. Be right back. Okay, so this looks a lot different. I filled in everything because I'm recording this on a Monday night. I just feel like I needed to get all the things down instead of waiting, so I wouldn't be behind, so I wouldn't lose focus on what's necessary or what needs to be done. So I added all my to-dos. It's a lot. It is the holidays. And so I am pretty content with all the things, even though it's a lot. Um, I have to leave space for some phone calls that we have to wait for to see what our next move is. So I am hoping that you're having a wonderful week. I hope that whatever you do in this season, I hope that it treats you well. And I appreciate you spending time with me. And I'll talk to you in the next one.